everybody have a wonderful day today. I just wanted to show a new update on my garden, and this is a super fantastic news, and that is Chaya. Now I will dedicate this video to just simply Chaya. We have had 3 Chaya trees that we bought, like this would have been the 3rd year. Well, last winter we decided not to cut it all the way down. We left it up here, and we actually left it too long. I was just trying to test whether or not it will grow from this tall, whether it will resprout, right? I was always told to cut it down to the ground, which we did for 2 years, and the first 2 years, and this is what resulted, this long trunks. But then last winter it was so prolific, I thought, I wonder if I could just keep this here and maybe it will sprout out here. Well, sprouting from the top. That did not work. As a matter of fact, I think it was detrimental to the whole tree. Maybe it's too early, maybe it's too much for this tree to regrow. Anyway, there are no sprouts. And to top it all out, when we did decide to cut this down and into segments, none of those segments, we left the segments out for about 2-3 weeks before we put them in the ground, and none of them, I had like maybe a couple hundred stems. One of them here, there's a few more, none of them are growing. For example, there, there, there. And I think part of the reason, and we also put a few in a greenhouse and a few in pots, and just everywhere. None of them grew. No sprouts whatsoever. Here's another one. And another one. I'm like sticking them in different places, and they just simply did not grow. And as a matter of fact, we placed a lot of it. I'll show you where we placed them. I think our mistake is that we waited too long before we planted it in the ground. See there? Not one is growing. I'm really saddened about that. And I come out here and weed it and see if they would have some kind of something. I'm still hopeful some of them will grow. They don't look good. They don't look good at all. So it's quite sad to see that I've destroyed that crop of Chaya. So, but I'm just leaving it there. So if for some reason, some are late growers, maybe it will, or we'll just mulch it down. At any rate, so then a couple of days ago, my husband was working in the greenhouse. Oh, see, here's one, not growing. Oh, I put another one here, not growing. So a couple of days ago, my husband decided to check the greenhouse, and guess what we found? Whoa. Chaya. The spindliest little stick that I planted is this. Not expecting it to grow at all. I just stuck it in a pot and left it alone over winter. Well then, here it is. The only one that grew. The one that was least expected to survive. This is about, I don't know, 20 inches tall plant or stem that decided to grow. And then 2 days ago, I had another surprise. So anyway, how exciting. That's so wonderful. Yeah. Anyway, and so here I am tending to my Chinese bok choy, and then I saw that. That, my dear friend, is a chaya. So the little bitty thing is growing. This big chaya trunk, I'm expecting to grow. I hope it grows. It's fraying at the bottom. I don't know why, if something's gnawing at it or what, but it's fraying at the bottom. But there's my second chaya. Yes. Yes, I'll do better this time. I'll make sure I'll do the same thing I did 2 years ago, which is totally chop them down to the bottom when they are ready to be chopped down in the winter time, so that they will be able to conserve energy down to the very root. Here's one of the original chaya. See, I did chop this down to the bottom, but the other thing that I learned also is that my mistake was I planted all of these vegetation around it. Not good, because I am forced to water, because these are vegetables, right? I have to water. Well, chaya doesn't like wet, very wet soil. See how the I don't know what it's called, but the marrow retracted all the way to the bottom, which also, when it's wet, it attracts a lot of insects. So that's not good. And this one too, nothing happening here. I hope I didn't kill this plant. But my joy and my news is that I do have this pot. It was just a second thought that I stuck that thing in this pot when we were cutting it all down, and instead of throwing it away, I decided to stick it in. And look, it's got three branches in there, 3 or 4. So that's going to be a really big chaya tree. One other place where I planted a chaya stems, I'll call them stems or sticks, is in this area. And look, we've got all these veggies, so it had to be watered. So that's not good. They don't like wet feet. But I did have originally some chaya here. This was the first progeny of the original chaya, and I am hoping that these two, I believe these two will survive. So I'm just not seeing it. It needs to be in the sun, and it needs to have dry feet. So that's the secret of chaya. You have to have dry feet. You have to plant them immediately in the ground instead of waiting. I had heard in one video on YouTube, and I didn't follow it fully. It said let it dry. When you cut the stems into segments, let it dry for a day or 2 before you stick it in the ground. Well, I did not do that, and I got lazy. Honestly, it was too hot, and I thought they'll be okay, but it did not happen. So from now on, learn from my mistakes. Keep your chaya healthy, happy, dry feet when you first cut them, and just stick them in the ground immediately after you cut them. No need to wait. Okay? Alright, so that's my update on my chaya, and my next video, hopefully we will have a much bigger tree and maybe more reports on the other chaya trees in the yard. Okay, have a great day. Go out there, plant something, eat healthy, and thanks for watching. Fade away to my new chaya tree.